Cheating scandals in Hollywood? Sadly, they've become almost predictable. But Hugh Jackman, the charming, loyal, seemingly untouchable family man, that one cut differently. For decades, he and Deborah Lee Furness stood as a rare beacon of lasting love in a sea of celebrity breakups. But now, after 27 years of marriage, that image has shattered, and Deborah Lee has finally broken her silence, revealing heartbreak, betrayal, and a truth that fans didn't see coming. Her statement wasn't loud or bitter, it was quiet, poised, but piercing. The 69-year-old actress spoke with grace about her experience, choosing not to name names, yet painting a picture clear enough for the world to see. She described betrayal as a profound wound that cuts deep, the kind that doesn't just hurt, it changes you. Yet even in pain, she expressed her belief in a greater plan. She said, "The universe is always working in our favor, even when it doesn't feel that way." And then came the words that resonated most. "Love," she said, "is not always enough." Despite their history, their children, their bond, something was broken. And as she reflected on the end of their nearly 3-decade-long marriage, she acknowledged the growth it brought her. Wisdom through pain, lessons through loss. She spoke about returning to yourself, your core, your values, as a form of liberation. "Sometimes life breaks us open," she said, "so we can finally meet the truest version of who we are." In those words, you could hear both devastation and dignity. But what truly led to the unraveling of this Hollywood love story? That's where things get complicated. The first ripple came from a post by gossip blogger Tasha Lustig. In it, she didn't just suggest that Hugh and Deb had grown apart. She alleged that Hugh's connection with his Music Man Broadway co-star Sutton Foster may have crossed lines, personal lines. And here's where things got interesting. Deborah Lee liked the post, publicly, subtle but deliberate. And her longtime friend, Amanda Data, she chimed in, calling the claims spot on. It wasn't just an online rumor anymore. It was beginning to look like confirmation from those closest to the story. Lustig claimed the alleged affair began back in 2022, while both Hugh and Sutton were still married. Hugh and Deb announced their separation in September 2023. Sutton finalized her own divorce from Ted Griffin a year later, in October 2024. Convenient timing? Many thought so. People began digging through old footage, backstage clips, red carpet interactions, interviews. Fans noted the body language between Hugh and Sutton, laughs that lingered, gazes that said more than the script called for. In a Vogue interview, Sutton even described Hugh as her best friend, with some benefits. She shared how they spent hours together before every show, bonding in her dressing room. Their families even spent holidays together. Was it all innocent? Or was a new relationship being quietly soft-launched before the public even knew the old one had ended? Sources in the Broadway scene began speaking up. They called the romance Broadway's worst-kept secret. Everyone knew, but no one said a word, because both Hugh and Sutton were so universally liked. Behind the scenes, Deborah Lee, it seems, was the last to know. And imagine being in her shoes. After everything she and Hugh had survived together, the career changes, the fertility struggles, the cancer scares, learning that your partner wasn't truly yours anymore must have been a devastating blow. This wasn't just a breakup. It was the collapse of a life built together, brick by brick. Their story had started like a fairy tale. Hugh met Deborah Lee on the set of the Australian series Corelli in 1995. She was the leading lady. He was the new guy on set. He was smitten instantly, too shy to even talk to her for the first 2 weeks. Eventually, he confessed that he had a crush, and within a year, they were married. She was 40, he was 27. The odds were against them, but they made it work. But even the strongest bonds can wear thin, and now fans are left wondering, what really happened? Some believe it's a tragic case of two people growing apart. Others see it as something more painful, an affair that ended what once looked like an unshakable love. Deborah Lee isn't playing the victim. She's moving forward, quietly, powerfully, with dignity. Her supporters call it the beginning of her glow-up, and many are eagerly awaiting the full story, once the non-disclosure agreements expire. So, what do you think? Was this just another Hollywood split, Or something deeper, messier, more human? Tell us your thoughts in the comments.